The U-shaped wall follows the same fashion. Again, choosing the top left-hand corner of your screen for your placement zone will make it easier. Again, we can adjust the wall using our mouse, or more accurately, using the keyboard. So the first wall might be 2.5 meters, the second might be 4, and the third might be 4.5. So we type in 4,500. Pressing enter will now draw our wall. As you can see, this is a quick way of getting a U-shaped wall with different lengths. The last one available to us is complete room. We can simply choose our starting point. In this case, we've only got two lengths to choose from. Typing in the value is probably the easiest option. We now have a complete room where we can add doors, etc. in our other modules. Many of today's designs include breakfast bars. To get a breakfast bar easily drawn, we would simply use our L-shaped as our starting point. Select the wall length. In this case, we'll type in 2,750, and for our second wall, we will enter 4,500. We now have the basic wall, but we would like a breakfast bar on the end. We normally extend the length of this wall so that we can place the breakfast bar in accurately, because quite often there may be cabinets on either side. To do this, we will simply add a wall. Right mouse button, click over it and choose Edit Wall Shape. When you choose Edit Wall Shape, you will notice that the solid lines will become clear. We can now right mouse button click approximately 1 mm adjacent to the wall and choose Add. You will now see a little marker point on the wall. Note that you cannot go closer than 610 to the left hand end of the wall. All measurements are taken from the left hand most end of the wall. So in this case we want it 3.5 meters from the start of that wall. Again, we will drag it down. In this case you would generally enter a length longer than the cabinets that you want to place in, and generally not shorter. So in this case we'll put in 1850. Once we are satisfied with the wall, we will simply choose OK to add this shape. Once the wall has been created, we can now edit it. Right click, choosing Properties. This time we will choose Wall 3, and to change the thickness from 102 to 0, we'll turn it into a construction line for our breakfast bar end, as you can see. Another creative way of getting, say for instance, a galley kitchen would be to use our U-shape, simply place it, type in the values that we would like for our galley kitchen. In this case, we're going to use wall 2 as the controlling factor between the two walls. So if we know that our galley kitchen is only 2.5 meters wide, we can type that in. The next wall might be 4.5 meters long. As you can see, we now have a U-shape with our corner angles. If we simply right click wall 2 and choose delete, you will note that we have turned this kitchen into a galley kitchen. If we have a room design that has a mid-height wall and then a full height wall, this can be easily drawn. Using the continuous wall tool, we will simply start our first wall as we would any other. Type in a value, then we might want to continue this wall, but it is at a different height. So what we would do is type in the length again, and instead of the angle being 90, we would choose it to be 180 to go continuous. And now we might select the return wall, in this case 5 meters. Once we are happy with that, you will note that we have a 4.5 meter wall and a 5 meter wall. But this wall is split into two. Again, if we choose Properties, you will note that the section tree for wall 1 is split into two. We simply choose section 1 and adjust the height. to the height that we would like, in this case 1100. Choose Apply and OK. You will note that the wall still looks the same. However, if we view it in 3D, which I'll quickly do, you will now see that we have varying height in our walls. To do a design where we require a passageway, we would follow the same process. Selecting our starting point, in this case we will choose 1 meter. The next value might be 1500 at an angle of 180 degrees. The next one might be 1500 at 180 degrees, and the next one might be 4 meters on the return. The same principle applies. We right click, choose Properties. In this case we would like section 2 as highlighted to become a passageway. In this case we choose Type and select Construction Line and Apply. By doing this we maintain the thickness of the wall, as you can see, and by viewing in 3D we will now have a passageway through our wall. By doing the design in this fashion, maintains our placement zone on our drawing. This will aid for when we are creating our design. This concludes the wall tutorial. In the next tutorial we will cover the placing of cabinetry.